of yourself?
Hi, I'm Jordan, and today I'll be talking with you about the Hmong community. Hmong means free people, and they are a slash and burn type of culture, which means that in their history they go to land, they slash and burn everything that's in the way so that they can live off the land until it no longer produces for them. The history of the Hmongs originated thousands of years ago in the Middle Eastern Asia and Southeastern Asia in the mountains, and it was a very small population. There is 18 different clans of the Hmong community that can be found all over the world today. Everyday life of the Hmongs will be our first topic, which was sourced from 10 things about Hmong culture, food, and language you probably didn't know, such as how to pronounce some of their last names. Shang, Shong, Tao are very common and popular names for the Hmong community. The next topic of everyday life in Hmongs will be marriage. There's 3 different types of marriage in the Hmong culture. The first one we'll talk about is volunteer marriage, which is when the male party takes a gift to the female and offers it to her, and if the female accepts the gift, that means she accepts the marriage. Negotiable marriage is when both sides of the family know about the marriage and there are large amounts of money and gifts exchanged from the male party to the female family. However, if the bride's family does not accept the marriage or disapproves, they will be forced to do a mutual breakup, and if they continue to see each other outside of their rules, there will be a curse put on them and the families. There's also a marriage called forced marriage. This method is usually with families that are related but have different last names, and there is no other thing to do other than to be forced to be married and have a curse put on you called part of their taboo. In the Hmong culture, there is no divorce. The Hmong culture is against divorce and usually tries to solve the divorce by mediating between clans. However, the kids are property of the father's clan in the Hmong culture if there was a divorce. Next, we will discuss the death and funeral traditions of the Hmong culture found in Hmong Culture Profile. Death and funerals in the Hmong culture are very different from what we have in our cultures, such as keeping of the body and how they go about their funerals. The body is kept in the home for a minimum of 3 days so that the family and friends and relatives can come see the deceased. And every day that the body is kept in the house, they have to sacrifice a pig to feed all the guests that come. The funerals usually last anywhere from 3 to 14 days, and after the days go on, they often burn incense to hide the smell of the decaying corpse. Once the family and friends have all come and feasted and said their goodbyes to their loved one, they have to remove the body from the house. However, in their culture, they believe that they shouldn't take it through the door or the window because that's where good spirits come in, and they believe that you have souls, more than one soul. So they usually cut a hole in the side of the house to remove the body. Once the body is removed, they go to the burial grounds where they already have a pre-dug and picked out spot for the person to be buried. They do a lot of speeches and chants, sometimes lasting many hours, to their gods above, that they may take the good souls and keep the demons away from them. They also take breaks when they go to the burial grounds so that the demons that follow them may be scared off. After the body is buried, they go back 13 days after to make sure that the body is undisturbed, because in their culture they believe that due west is death and due east is where your head should be pointed up for the gods to watch over you. Once they make sure that your body has not been disturbed, they do branches over your body to cover you up, as well as burn incense and chants. And then after this, they do a distribution of animals, which is when the in-laws take animals and give them to the deceased, and they feast off them after the ceremony is over. Once the ceremony is over, they often go back to the house, and many think it's cruel in cultures, but they often slaughter the household pet and cut the paws off and put them on a fence, meaning the dog was there in the real life to protect the humans, so they believe that once the dog is dead, they keep the paws to keep the demons from coming into the house. The next topic we'll be talking about is food and meals. Like most Asian countries influenced by migration during the war, they're basically consisted of rice, hot sauce, and peppers, steamed or boiled vegetables, as well as a beef, poultry, or chicken. They are considered agrarian culture, which means that they farm to keep alive. They do what they need to keep alive. They farm vegetables and herbs, as well as their poultry, pork, and beef. They only have 2 meals a day, typically not including a breakfast, and they don't snack between meals. They don't have a midday snack or an evening snack, as well as they don't believe in sweets. They don't eat cake, they don't have desserts, they don't eat pies. Now let's review what we've covered. The originality of the Hmong culture is ever changing from the old world to the new world, and the difference between our culture and their culture is plain to see, as you can see how they dress in the pictures behind me. The white and green is 2 different types of clans and cultures, and how they came from Asia. We too migrated here, but just not as the same way and practices that they did. I hope you have learned as much as I have from this speech, and have a good day.